Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Nice to be in the presence of God and just enjoying His presence. Before I go into the message, I'm going to ask Ansel Sims just to come up here, and I want him to tell you a little bit about what he's been doing. So come on up, Ansel. Let's give Ansel a lekker welcome. I don't know if you know Ansel, but he's been part of El Shaddai for a very long time. Him and Vanessa. And he's a very intelligent man. He has a doctorate in education policy development. So we call him Doctor. That's it, okay. But Ansel, I like this guy. This is a good oak, yeah. And during COVID, he came and he said he wants to take food to the places where people have absolutely nothing. He's prepared to go into all those kind of interesting places there. And right through COVID, Ansel was one of those guys that just put hands and feet to the church there. And we were able to provide him with some food from you guys at that time, and he was able to go into these places there and make sure that people who literally had nothing were able to have food. And I had an incredible respect for that. And then once COVID finished, he said, I'm prepared to carry on doing that. He doesn't want the acknowledgement or anything like that. I'm prepared to carry on doing that. And so I finally convinced him to stand here and just to testify, to tell this story of God, of where in such a real way, people who he's connected to with very, very little students because of his connections in education, and also the elderly. Those have been the two areas. And every now and then he'll give me a call and he say, hey, I've got some people that need something here. And you've been able to be part of this through that Compassion Fund, just to make sure that certain people have just had a bag of food here. We had a dietitian draw up a kind of what do you put in the bag kind of vibe, so that we made sure that we gave some good, meaningful stuff there. And then Ansel, every now and then, all over the place, just takes these bags. So why don't you welcome Ansel again, and I'll ask him just to tell us that story.
Hi, good morning. Goeiemorgen. Bruce said it all.
Sorry.
You know, as a child that comes from the Northern Cape, we know exactly what it means to have nothing. But then we also know to have a lot. And in the field where I work, I do come across a lot of people that doesn't have food, the basic food. And especially my heart goes out to the elderly, the grandpas that has to look after their grandchildren with a little money from SASSA. And as Bruce said, it started in COVID, where we had an interview with Jerome Topley of Tygerberg, Radio Tygerberg, and I was willing to put me out there to let people phone, and we see and we visit, and we see what we can do. And then the church, El Shaddai Church, and Bruce came on board, and we could supply in COVID time many people, especially the children that was at home, and the elderly with some food parcels. COVID is done, and we still continue. And every month or every time when we receive food parcels, it changes, the recipient changes. But there's people like in Menenberg, we've got 8 families. But because of the need, we supply them with 6 food parcels, and then they divide the 6 into 8. That is Menenberg people. And then we have people, I can't go into Menenberg, So the drop-off point is Vanguard Mall, because it's too dangerous in Menenberg. Then we have 6 elderly people that looks after their grandchildren. They receive SASSA grants. They are on Elsie's River. And we need to see to them that they have at least food. The parcels that we get can give food for 7 days, right? And then we have charity starts at home. I've got a neighbor that got 3 children, and she doesn't have a permanent job, so we need to see that she got food sometimes. We share with her also. And then we of my involvement in the broader education fraternity, I'm connected with EFDA University in Observatory. Now there's a student that comes to study live performance and drama and acting, and they come from all the provinces, especially from the Eastern Cape and Mpumalanga and the Northwest Province. And they reside somewhere in Cape Town. And in the EFDA University, they've got a student office with a student manager. Her name is Lana. And we, as El Shaddai, we reach out to them and give them food parcels. So the food parcels that EFDA receives, she keeps. And when a student needs something to eat or there's nothing, then they approach Lana. So I just want to come and say today, thank you very much for El Shaddai, for this, for Bruce, the elders, and the members of El Shaddai that really give from the heart. And if you give from the heart and you've got an open hand, then you will know there will always be something in the hand, and God will give you that reward one day. So where I work, there's 6 workers. They do get about 3,000 Rand a month. So when we get food parcels, they are from Denoon and from Umfaleni in Philippi, then we share the food parcels with them. So sometimes if we deliver the food parcels, we don't know them. But what we know is we make somebody smile today. And this is what I want to say to Bruce, the church, the elders. God will bless you in abundance one day. Maybe not here, someday when we meet Him. So keep on doing the good work, and thank you, Bruce, for the opportunity that I can be the hands and feet of God in a small way to make people smile for a certain period of time in that week. That is our main focus. So I come this morning, and on behalf of them and everybody in the past, we like to bow and to say glory to God, and thank you very much, Bruce, and thank you very much, El Shaddai. May God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks, Hansi.